Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to the week ahead video. Usual format, going over the major Forex pairs, trying to identify where the market cycle is and where we are contextually in that pattern, knowing what's going to be coming ahead of us once we identify where we are in the market cycle, and identifying signals ultimately that will be high probability for the week ahead. Before I do that, customary risk warning. This service or the signal Synergy produces aren't personal recommendations. So therefore, as a retail client, you aren't protected by the Ombudsman nor the Compensation Services Scheme. And Synergy Markets is authorized and regulated by the FCA to deliver this service. Let's start. So last week was a really good week. It was a solid week towards the end of it, particularly premium because they get more trades. But it really was an acceleration into like a feel-good factor to the trading. Lots of winners, lots of runners, some good calls, and yeah, really happy. Couldn't be happier. So we will cover over those, and let's start. So we'll start on ADCAD. So ADCAD is one we sent here. We did have an entry here as well, but we also had an entry here. So we had two entries into this one, and it's given us nearly 150 pips. I need to just check. Maybe I haven't updated the charts since. It's definitely given us 100. 1 second, I just got to check something. Sorry, folks. My phone's dead, so I can't do that. Bear with me 1 second. ADCAD, where are we? ADCAD, so we sent it 21st. So it has done a TP2, which I haven't updated the group on yet. Yes, I have. Yeah, that's done TP2, waiting for TP3. What do we have in our favor? We have a few things going for us right here, right now. We've got a week of rise. We've got a second week of rise. And we're quite close to making a third new high in 3 weeks. It looks, we've got more. I can count more than 1, 2, 3, 4. Three is normally the cycle, unless there's some sort of variation going on, which makes things difficult. I'll be looking for a pullback and an entry. Obviously, it's respected the 50 EMA all the way up here. I want to see how it engages with it, comes below, comes back above. But on a longer term time frame, the daily has saved itself here. So this has completed the market cycle on the way up. 1, 2, 3. It came down. Looks like it's broken structure. Looks like it may well have broken structure, but this wick is what holds the key. That wick is, that's just like a safety net for the for price. There will be traders that think that's broken once and broken twice and got absolutely hammered trying to take the retest lower. For me, that's dangerous because it's opening up for up here potentially. Can I see anything in this little trend up? I can see a 1, 2, 3, and that's about it on that one. 90218, 218, 340. Back to the Yeah, this one behaves really nicely off the 50 EMA, as you can see here. Really respecting it. So we did get a confirmed change here. We did get a confirmed break. Confirmed break and the retest is what you want. I'm just going to write that to remind myself. Confirm BR. Okay, save that. AUD CHF. So we got away with this one as well. Yeah, we sure did. We made money on this one. We got in down here, and it's risen really nicely for us. And we got in again here. Nearly got stopped out, but we didn't. But we could anticipate ultimately what we wanted to see. We saw a 1 and a 2, but ultimately this is just a 1. We then saw this internal structure. It's given us our TP1, that's for sure. Now, what do we have in our favor? We have a week of rise, second week of rise. So 1 week, 2 weeks. So that's good. We've now got a proper official break of the previous lower high. This I wouldn't confirm. I mean, it's confirmed now because we're way above it, but we do need a retest back to that 50 EMA, which is like the governor. I mean, so far that is a change and a break. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, definitely want to see a break and a retest. Save that. Looks quite good. On to the next. Oh yeah, in the market cycle where we currently sit with this one is a big old, well, it looks like we're breaking out from the peak formation low. You've got a lot of traps, shoulder, head, shoulder, people taking these retail strategies in the wrong area of the chart. They're right in the right area, they're right. Shoulder, head, shoulder, lots of shorts, market's going to gobble those up. And we're at the end of a cycle here. The cycle 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3 hits the low. Yeah, looks good. ADNZD, on the contrary, this is another, we've got the market cycle here, 1, 2, and 3. And now this is a massive 1, and we're expecting 2 and 3 to play out. So just waiting for this well sort of regulated area here that looks potentially bullish and bearish. You've got the shoulder, head, and shoulder, and you've got the higher lows being held, and the higher lows like ascending, and the highs holding. What we can justify is that we've completed this ABCD up here, and we've completed the bigger picture Gartley to the T. And really, we sold off. You could justify here and here on the back of that Gartley, or the Gartley going earlier. And this really is quite an opportunity. We are seeing a lot of opportunity in New Zealand dollar as well. So we shall see. AUD USD has been a thing of beauty. You can see the pattern in front of you, that scribble. That's the market cycle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it would decide to extend 1, 2, 3. So at the minute, we've got the big picture 1, 2, and we're anticipating this third. We're currently sat at the lows of consolidation 2. We've made a few maneuvers. We're at the targeted entry, which is the 50, and we've done that in 1, 2, 3 pushes. What we are anticipating here, well, we've made the higher high and the higher low. Made that here, made it again here. So it's when you start to see, when you can see what should be forthcoming, you can start to see things that you'd overlook. Like, I know in my earlier days, I wouldn't have noticed the W, for example, forming here off the back of a higher high and higher low, but not just one higher high, higher low. It's two of them. And then you have in the back of your mind, well, if it's done 2, and I know the market works in 3, then I'm going to start anticipating this third move. And you sort of just you just operate like that, really, in the end, probabilistic based. So we've now taken out this last lower high properly. I'm waiting for a retest on that. This is prime for counter trend longs. Counter trend longs, that's a beautiful, beautiful setup there, ladies and gentlemen. And we have 2 weeks of rise, albeit with the first week looking like a no net. That is beautiful. Okay, I want to know when that's breaking that area. I need to know. Everything looks so neat and meant to be sort of look. I'm not forcing any. As you can see here, guys, we're not looking at indicators. There's not a single indicator apart from my EMAs. So I do lie. Euro AUD, we are waiting on this guy. Trading is waiting. It's a beautiful level 2 into level 3 setup. Big W off the targeted entries. We've got the targeted entries back to the 50, and we're just waiting. We're waiting for price to show us the next move. We're just waiting here, patiently waiting. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It happens when it's ready to happen. So we've got the shoulder, head, shoulder. We're waiting for this high to be broken down. And that's it, folks. Trading is waiting. Euro CAD, this is a beautiful trade that we sent on Friday. Our entry, what we saw was a change and a break and an entry on the retest. We now also have 1 week, 2 weeks. So really beautiful market setting up beautifully. We've got a large level 1 consolidation at the minute, and it looks like price has broken back above the 50 EMA targeted entry and tapped it. It's just moving away now. So we're in that. We're really pleased with that one. Looking good. Euro NZD. This is one that, I mean, you don't get more perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Shoulder, head, and shoulder off the targeted entry again, off the targeted entry, which is pretty insane. The only suspicion I have is that we haven't washed below it for a while. Is there any sign of that? This is the time to be long euro. This is the time to be long euro. I repeat, this is the time to be long these sort of things. Not sure why, but this is what the chart's telling me. So we can see on this particular cycle here, really clearly, we can see a really clear cycle. We're in level 2, expecting higher prices. Okay, we're expecting higher prices. That's it. What do I want to be doing here? Do I want to be going short? I do not want to be going short. I want to stay in line. Look at this setup, that 1, 2 on the 1 hour. It's there on the daily. One, two. That's what I mean by getting your time frames in line. So you're seeing the same behavior on the big time frame as the small time frame. This is probably one of the best picks for next week, and there's no way I'm gonna do my utmost not to miss it. You may get stopped out trying to get this one a few times. It's a volatile pair, but this for me is one of the best setups I've seen in a long time, and it's starting now. So this is an early bird area for me. A little bit concerned that this spike hasn't been, all of the people trading these fair value gaps. I don't even know what they are, to be fair. But I'm sure there's some fair value gaps from, around these green candles. Look at these green candles. They got filled in here. So that's my only suspicion. But I'm seeing structure develop. I'm seeing a one here. I'm seeing a two here. And I am going to take a personal early entry to get into that for my third. And yeah, that's a really good setup. Euro USD, another really fine setup. We got the change, we got the break. We didn't get the retest, but this is another long I will be looking at next week as well. So we've got week of rise, second week of rise. Very strong setup. First zone of consolidation is for me done the second zone here. Done the second zone of consolidation and is now making tough one really to get into. Could have gotten into it down here. Should have gotten into it down there. Excuse me. Should have gotten into this down there, but easier said than done. That was also an entry there. Really tough to see, but these are the entries. That was an entry there, and there's going to be an entry up here. Okay, moving on. Where are we? GBP AUD. This is one that we are looking at as well, trying to get into. I want to be told when this comes back to. So I need to wait where the last lower high was that created new lows, and that was around here. So I do want to see a retest. We are starting to move off and away. This is level 2 consolidation trade, higher highs and higher lows. I want to see it back above the 50 EMA, break above, come back, tap it, and then we can talk about it. Excuse me, I've got a cold night. I know sniffling sounds horrible, but it's just a terrible thing that happens. GBP CAD, this is one that did we send it? Not sure if we didn't send this, but I took this. This is clear as day. Beautiful structure setting up again. Off the lows of the previous low in consolidation too. That's exactly what we did. We sent this on Twitter as a trade idea as well. So do follow that on Twitter at Synergy Signals. There is a Twitter page, X page. So this is moving away in line with the cycle. If we have a look, what we saw a big ABCD complete in red. We just saw high highs and high lows being governed by the 50 EMA all the way. And we were in this around here, and we were in it around here. Really nice. GBP CHF, we sent this guy as well. We sent this to premium. We have even given a key where we are. That's level 1, level 2 peak, level 1 consolidation, expecting the rise, getting the movement at the minute, and we are just here in the cycle. So that looks really good. If we have a look on the 30 minutes, what did we see? We just saw simply a change, break, retest entry, the same thing every time. GBP USD, we missed this one, but again, showing us beautiful structure. Lovely W change, break, entry, followed by a 1, 2. Understanding where we are in the market cycle. We are at the lows of level 1 consolidation, which is also the safety trade. It's the place to be. NZD CAD, we caught this guy as well for all groups, I believe. Lows of level 1 consolidation, aka the safety trade. I need to get back into this. I did take gains for the weekend, but we do have the change. We have had the break and we have had the entry, and this is moving away now. So it's a lovely setup. Change, break. You can see consolidation 1, consolidation 2, and we're now making higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, really nice. It's done 2 weeks of rise as well. So it's done a week of rise and a second week of rise, and we're looking for entries, and sometimes they're not as forthcoming. Change, break, entry, change, break. 1, 2. It's not too late in the day to get into this one again, but you have to be careful. You can get it right directionally, but getting into the things, what matters. Okay, NZD USD, we sent this as well. Really pleased. Saw one, saw two, took it here, got close to a stop, took some heat, but then we got paid. It was a wonderful trade in the end. One, two, really nice. 2 weeks of rise. These are wonder trades, folks. These are wonder trades, the wonder setups. Right, moving on. So moving on, gold and silver. So silver is still showing. It's still showing. It gave us what we wanted, but then ultimately it's come back onto us. But you know, people should have been profitable on that. Hit targets too. Gold being a killer in a good way. We killed it. So we got in here. I think there's another entry up here, but the thing's absolutely gone wild. And now we've taken it the other way because we've got a harmonic pattern completing. A harmonic pattern completing. There it is. That's a harmonic Gartley pattern with a reaction at the top. 127 extension, ABCD There's also 161 extension of BC, and it's a wonderful looking pattern. So we do expect that to sell off as well. USD CAD getting the potential start of a correction, but definitely in the top of a cycle. 1, 2, 3. If you can't see those consolidations that clearly, there's 1, here's 2. And there you have it, folks. So I do expect markets to be nice environment to trade in next week, and hopefully we'll get some good trades out. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best. Cheers.